guys, welcome to Thought Shit. I'm Karsyn.
And I'm Kiara.
And on this podcast, we talk about funny story times, crazy hot takes, every once in a while, some fictional tea, and we tell you things you probably don't want to hear, but you need to. So, this is our finale episode.
I know, end of season one, and we have little shirts.
Check it. Show them the back. Crouch down a little. I don't know if they can see you.
Oh, my God.
This is not for anybody else. If we sent it to some people, like, you're welcome. This is exclusive. We gave this to the three of us working on this because we're celebrating.
Shout out to Karsyn,
okay.
our what's her official title? What?
Producer,
what?
editor,
Yes, bad
amazing
bitch.
friend, wonderful.
Yeah, Karsyn,
teammate, everything. So yeah, this is our 10th episode of the podcast, which is crazy.
Look at us.
And we want to thank everybody for listening and support us. If you haven't rated us and even listening, stop, do it.
Pause, go.
Subscribe, do all the things. But yeah, so we're doing 10 episodes a season. We're going to be doing a season 2, and we're going to be revamping,
elevating,
changing some things, which we're really excited about.
Look forward to it. It's going to look even more legit than it already does.
It's going to be really fun, and it's already like in the works. So we're really excited. We wanted to announce that, yes, we're having a season 2, and we're going to put on the screen, this is the date and time to tune in, okay? We're still going to do like Sundays at 8 p.m. PST. But if you think you're going to forget and you're watching on your phone, you're watching on your laptop, screenshot that, okay? Okay, that's when they're coming back.
Add it to your calendar now. Be a real one with an alert.
There you go. And we're still going to be posting on socials, doing all the things.
I got you.
But yeah, we're taking a little much needed holiday break, and then we'll be back at it. So
we're so excited for this episode.
It's our just messiest one by far. I would say our first one was really messy, and then our last one is really messy. Tried and true story times to start, a good old story time to end. And what's it called, Kiara?
My heart is pounding right now, first of all, because I'm excited, but I also want you guys to know I am exposing the out of myself. Yes. I'm about to tell you guys, I'm the second story, but I'm about to tell you guys a story 6 years ago. Only like 5 people know about this.
This is a story because Kiara and I became friends when we were 18, which is literally disgusting to think about.
We met in the front of like that lawn.
Orientation week. Yeah. We met and became friends in college, whatever. This is a story I have been sitting on since 2019. I've told 2 people. My mother and JJ. Literally, those are the only 2 people I've told. Both had very different reactions, but all in all, this is one of the reasons we started a podcast.
Like, you guys.
Of a story like this.
I also want to disclaim for myself. Mm-hmm. Okay. Be nice. I'm not sorry. I'll say that right now. I don't regret this. I don't. I'm still as crazy. I don't give a I'm funny. I'm a personality. I'm meant to be in entertainment. You just wait and see. A bitch will be on reality TV one of these days. But granted, I was 18. It was 6 years ago. Almost 7. So like I am a completely different person.
The frontal lobe has developed.
She's almost there.
She's almost there.
Like 2 months, she'll be there. So, do I regret this? No. But I just want to say I'm just like embarrassed, but it's also funny.
No, it's
hilarious. But then the other person involved in the story too, she should also be embarrassed about a few things. Because this girl, I got the true tea. And when this girl was saying other things, and I got the
screenshots and all.
Girl, this is why I don't delete anything.
Yeah.
Never. But then also I'd say you have a disclaimer or I'll say the title finally. Sorry. Let me say the title finally. Roommate horror stories. He called me the N-word and I shit sprayed her room.
Mm-hmm. So here's the gag of it. These stories are intertwined. We're not going to tell you how.
Sorry.
But some people watching know. Hey, we hope you're doing so well. No hate, just vibes. If you like it, give it a like. If you want something to say, DM us or comment down below. be taken by some people.
Yeah.
All love. Okay, so we're gonna start off with my story. He called me the N-word.
And your disclaimer.
Big disclaimer. So this story is about my past roommate's boyfriend. Ex-boyfriend now. But I just want to say, wholeheartedly, nothing against this girl, okay? No hard feelings, nothing against it. This was a relationship that was very complicated, involved emotional, physical disorder. And I'm not going to be speaking about that because that is not a relationship I took part in. So I'm not going to be talking about that, and I'm not going to be talking about her because it's not her fault. I hold nothing against her, and I want to say that in case she watches this. I have no hard feelings, okay? It's fine.
Like, it's about your bum-ass ex.
It's about your bum-ass ex who you agree is a bum.
Yeah, like...
So we're going to talk about that,
yeah.
Okay? So I don't want anybody to be like, oh my god, that's so messed up. Like, she's just shitting on her old roommate and, like, shitting on the relationship. That's not what it's about.
Yeah.
It's about him as an individual and my beef with him.
Yeah, and she just happens to be there. That's all it is.
Yeah, she happens to be there. She's a core part of, like, how the story began. Just, like, yeah, if she didn't date him, then the story wouldn't exist. But it's not about her or about, like, the inters of her relationship because that's her business. Yeah. So I'm not going to be talking about that. But
on that
note, let's get into it. So Mr. Man that, you know, wants to call me words, I'm going to be calling him Brokey. Okay?
Brokey.
And then for my old roommate, I'm not going to be talking about her a lot, like I said, but we're going to call her Dee Dee. And I guess it stands for Daffy Duck.
Daffy Duck! If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
Daffy Duck,
if you don't, it's
and
okay.
Brokey.
So anyway.
Broke.
Time and place. Circa June 2022. Okay? I had just graduated college. Life was good. You know what I mean? I was trying to figure out my living situation, and I ended up finding my roommate on Facebook. She went to the same school as us. So I knew of her, and I had, like, seen her in person, but we didn't, like, know each other. Like, we weren't friends or anything. It was just like, oh, this person is this person's friend. Like, oh, I've seen her around. She's, like, a normal person that I feel like would be fine to live with. So I met her on Facebook. We connected. We're like, okay, yeah, let's live together. Like, we agreed on a lot of stuff. It was pretty chill. And we moved in together. And then at the time, I was dipping because I was like, I'm going to Iceland with my girl, Catherine. Ooh. Ooh. But I'm like, I'm going to Iceland because I swooped in because an ex-boyfriend was leaving. So I said, I want to go. So I went. And I was in Iceland living my best life, vibing, had a great trip. And I get these texts, boop, 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 while I'm gone. I'm pretty sure I was on the couch with Catherine watching Spider-Man. And I get this text, and it's a picture of Dee Dee with Brokey. And I'm like, okay, vibes, like, cute. And she was like, oh my god, like, I met somebody, like, blah, blah, blah. We met I think they met at a bar or something. And she's like, oh my god, we've been hanging out. Like, I really like him. And I was like, okay, cool. First observations, he was older. Okay. We were 22. He was 42-ish. I don't know his exact age, but he was in his 40s, okay? So I was like, okay, but, like, you know, it's legal, so, like, why do I care? And then, I was just like, okay. I had a mental note of, like, okay, we just moved in together. Now she has a boyfriend. Like, I had a boyfriend at the time, so I was like, okay, like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't bother me. But I was like, okay, this is probably going to change the living dynamic a little bit. Like, especially a fresh, new relationship. Like, he's probably going to be coming over a good amount. They're in, like, the lust honeymoon phase. So, okay, I'm probably going to be seeing a lot of this guy. Or at least, like, hearing a lot about this guy. So, I come back from Iceland. And I was correct. Brokey was, like, at our place a lot. Like, I would literally go to JJ's house when JJ wasn't home.
can I just add in though, like that sucks to live in a situation where it's like you're paying for that place, but someone's man is there 24/7, so you feel the need to have to quote unquote.
And also, like just me as a person, I was like this all through college too.
You're very
like I am meant to hermit.
Yeah.
I live alone. I love living alone. Roommates have always been like fine. I can be a good roommate, but it's like I have like levels for people to where it's like I can't live with you and then be around you all the time or else I'm going to lose my mind. Like I need to have some quick escapes, even if it's just in my room, like locking myself in my room for 2 hours. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just like doing my own thing. Like I'm pretty outgoing, but I'm not like the person that feeds off of people. It depends on the person. Like for you it's different because like we're so close towards like I feed off of you, but it's like most people I cannot be around for a very long period of time. I can't.
Special.
Yeah, feel special. So anyways, he was over a lot.
Yeah.
And as time went on, I was like, okay, he's over a lot. You know what I'm
like
saying?
Mans is living
like
there.
More than
average.
I deem normal.
Yeah.
So why did I phrase it like that? It sounded intelligent.
I know, look at you.
But anyway, I was like, okay, more than I would say is normal. So I'm talking to Dee Dee. I'm like, girl, like, tell me more about this guy. Like, what's the tea? Blah, blah, blah. And come to find out, he's homeless.
That's not funny. Sorry.
No, it is funny. I'm sorry. Being homeless is not funny.
No, can we realize this? I think she got love bombed because he wanted a place to live. That's
I don't know the reasoning,
but I think
all I know, they started like they fell in love, and it was like hard and fast.
I think she got.
You know what I mean?
So that maybe would be my assumption based on what things you'll say later about him. I just feel like, and dude, you've been on God's green earth for 20 more years than her.
Yeah.
You're gonna be manipulative. You know.
It's like, and I don't know. It like, the dynamic is different than if you're dating somebody like your own age or a couple years older than you.
Like that man had been married, had a kid at this, like you'll get to it. But I'm just saying, like he was at a completely different point in his life. Like I think he love bombed her, took advantage of her. Because she was excited.
Yeah.
She was excited.
Yeah. So come to find out, being homeless isn't funny, but like just knowing him as a person, the fact that he was homeless was funny.
It'll be funny once you hear about the other shit about him.
So I come to find out he's homeless. In my mind, hearing this, I was like in our living room, like talking with her, and I was like, what?
Why is he thinking about a relationship? That's how you know he did it to find lodging. And
then I was like asking more, and I was like, but like, why? You know what I'm saying?
And then there's the tea.
The tea was like, oh, like he's like hundreds of dollars in debt. And I was like, wow, that sucks. Like, you know what I mean? So he's resorting as a 40-something-year-old man to live with two 23-year-old girls in like a shitty apartment. I will say, I'll give him credit where credit is due. Once she told me that, he did start paying utilities. And I'll say that. He wasn't a complete mooch. But, so I figured that out. He started paying utilities.
Where was he living before?
In his car.
Yeah.
And he drove like a Range Rover. Towards like, clearly he's not, what's it called? Financially literate.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he has trouble, you know. For us, that's different. We're fresh out of college. Like, we are, you know, trying to figure it out. But it's like, how are you in the same or below level of life as us? And you've been on here for 20 more years.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. So anyways, okay, I'm inquiring more. I come to find out later, like, oh, like, he's divorced. Oh, he has, like, a 6-year-old. Cool. Okay. And, like, towards me, he was always pretty chill. Like, we would chat here and there. Did I ever, like, willingly hang out with him. Like, no. But he wasn't, like, a bad guy. I was like, okay, like, he's chill. Like, I don't really care. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was like, I just don't really care. Like, it's fine. Like, I didn't have a problem with it. I was just like, oh, this is interesting. Cool. We'll see where this goes.
Right.
Like, that's about all my thinking went. And so, this was, like, over the summer. And as the summer progressed, like, it started on such a high, you know? Like, maybe a love bombing situation or whatever. Mm-hmm. And then just slowly started, like, going downhill to where, okay, like, he would start getting, like, mad often. And, like, sometimes I'd be in my room with, like, my headphones reading. And I would hear his loud-ass voice talking about some stupid shit. Mm-hmm. And, like, it was just getting more tumultuous to where I was like, ooh, like, this is not going very well. But, like, and I would talk to Dee Dee, because sometimes, like, she would want to talk about it or whatever, and, like, we would talk about it. But I was like, I don't know. And then, but he was still kind of, like, staying there. Sometimes he would stay in his car. I don't know. But there came a point where it was getting, like, really tumultuous, and then Dee Dee was like, you know what, like, I'm kind of done with him. But they became, like, very entwined to where she was like, I don't really know, like, how to approach, like, breaking up with him, you know? And also, like, that's probably kind of intimidating. Like, I would imagine, like, can you imagine breaking up with a 40-year-old?
Yeah, and
that's emotionally, like
he's, like, anger issues and shit.
Yeah, like, so she was kind of trying to go about that, and then we went out, Dee Dee and I, for Halloween, like, just the two of us. And Brokey was, like, blowing her stuff up. Something ended up happening, and Brokey suddenly, like, well, okay, something ended up, I don't want to,
I'm gonna word it for you, because I could see you were,
yeah,
basically, and I'm not saying anything about what happened, but something happened that night. He finds out about it. Just by association, he was taking this shit out on Karsyn.
No, but the way he found out about it was crazy.
No, the way he...
Do you remember?
She was on a phone call with him.
She butt-dialed him.
She didn't know. So he overheard what the happened. Yeah. So he pulls up in this bitch to pick them up, mad as And just by association, that's when it turned for how he started treating Karsyn. No, but it had nothing to do with her.
There was a shift for, like, all of the dynamics that night.
Yeah, so that was the Halloween was the shift.
Picked us up, and he was, like, trying to take us to another bar. It was literally scary. He was, like, trying to take us to another bar. The bar was, like, closing, and he was just, like, yelling at Dee Dee, and I was just chilling in the back, like, okay, in my freaking pirate costume. And then, I was, like, drunk, so we went back to my apartment, and I ended up falling asleep, and then something ended up happening between them, where Dee Dee was like, okay, this is, like, the last straw. Like,
I would just say, without saying what it was, what happened, it's like, he's done.
Yeah, it was like okay.
No,
we're
like,
done,
this man, dangerous man.
Yeah.
Right? So.
Yeah, so basically, after that, Dee Dee was like, okay, like, it's done. We're really gonna begin, like, the breaking up process now. And then once the breaking up started happening, he was tripping. I'm talking, like, you know, he lives in his car, so pulling up, sleeping outside of our house. We would open the door to go to work at, like, 7 a.m. and there's, like, a big ass, like, care package. I ate a lot of this shit in there.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? Buy me fresh Krispy Kreme at 7 in the morning? I'm not gonna have a glazed? You know what I'm saying? Like, no, and I literally thought about it. I was
You're
like,
dumb.
No, I was like, maybe he poisoned this. But let me take that risk. Because I love Krispy Kreme.
Oh my god.
But anyways,
valid.
So stuff like that. Buying stuff that we needed in our apartment, low-key clutch, bro.
It was like, okay.
No, like,
but yeah.
And then they kind of started, you know, the on again, off again. He would come over to, like, fix stuff. He actually would, but it's like he was just finding every excuse.
Okay, but also
to like still be in Dee Dee's life.
At 42, I'm like, oh, okay, you came over and fixed the lamp. Big f***ing whoop. Go get a f***ing job. Go get in a. What the f*** is wrong with you? That's below the bare minimum.
He had a job for a minute because he used to have like a career as a chiropractor. So he like had a whole career in business, and then something happened with that put him in a lot of debt.
Oh, okay.
But anyways, like he was maybe employed during the relationship for maybe a couple months, and then like he lost his job, and then he was going to move to Arizona, and he was driving to move to Arizona like after the whole breakup, and then like 24 hours later he was like, I really thought about it, and I'm not moving to Arizona anymore. I'm driving back.
Okay, stop wasting your gas with the little money that you have.
So, yeah, he was just kind of, like, doing all that stuff. And being, like, okay, like, yeah, I'm gonna use the stuff if you're gonna buy it for us, but also, like, chill. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then, yeah, he would just kind of try and weave his way in, and then say if he would spend the night or something, like, something would always blow up and happen. Like, he was just getting more, like...
Unhinged,
testy, like, aggressive. Tourist kind of, it was starting to freak me out. I was like, ugh, like, now that I've seen these sides of him, because Halloween was the first time, like, I saw him when he was, like, mad, yelling at her and stuff, I was like, this is a lot. And especially 2 young women living alone. Like, he had a key to our place at one point. Like, I had a talk with her, like, we actually need to talk about this because, like, I don't want it to get to a point where it genuinely becomes unsafe. Yeah. Like, something happens to one of us. You know what I'm saying?
And it was getting to that point.
No, at the end, it was getting to a point where I genuinely was, like, I was telling JJ, like, I was starting to stay at JJ's house a lot more.
Because he didn't want you there, too.
No, yeah.
He was like,
JJ didn't want me there because, I was, like, genuinely, once he started, like, really, like, low-key stalking Dee Dee, like, it got to a point where, like, I would be driving to work and I would randomly see him, like, walking a block down on our street. Like, he was always around, and that's what freaked me out. And, like, he obviously knew both of our schedules and knew a lot of the times, like, when Dee Dee was home alone and stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah, JJ was like, I don't want you to go over there because, like, I don't want, like, what if one of these nights you're both sleeping and he, like, breaks in and, like, shoots both of you or something. Like, stuff like that can happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know someone. Especially, like, someone we met fucking 5 months ago, 6 months ago. Like, neither of us genuinely know him and what he was capable of. So that's what was freaking me out. But anyway, he was starting to get, like, more unhinged. And then Dee Dee kind of started moving on, like, started dating someone else or whatever. And one of these days, like, it had been months past, and we're like, okay, like, it's done at this point. And Dee Dee, like, I think at work or something, she, like, was doing something with her car, or she took her car to the shop or something. And one of the people that was working at the shop was like, hey, like, do you know there was a tracker under your car?
Holy shit.
And she told me that, and she, like, filed the police report and stuff, but I was like, this is too much. Like, now we're committing felonies. You know what I'm saying? No. So, yeah. But the part where he called me the N-word, I'll get to that. That's just the backstory.
Yeah.
But it was getting to a place, they were in the middle of breaking up. It was really unhinged. And Brokey was kind of using an arc, like, same with BB, using me as, like, you're the reason that shit hit the fan. What do I have to do with anything in this relationship? Weird. I merely live in the room next door. Like, what do I have to do with anything? Yeah. So he, like, got super pissed one day because I think we were both home and neither of us were answering the door or whatever. And he was like, I don't know if he was drunk or something. He was losing it. But he called Dee Dee and they were FaceTiming and I was sitting right next to her. I feel bad. I shouldn't. I'm the victim, but I feel bad. But he was literally on the phone with Dee Dee, and he was like, Karsyn's the reason that this all happened. Hey, you. Yeah, you. You N-word, bitch. And I was like, for sure.
And again, for listeners, he called her an N-word bitch.
Oh, and if you don't know, he's white.
Yeah,
obviously.
He's not black.
I don't know who you're picturing in your mind, but it's a white man.
A dusty white man.
Yeah, and my roommate is also not black. So he said that, and I'm like, you know what? I'll skip that. Who are you? Homeless man? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like, what are we talking about?
Who are you? Like, it's really fine. You're 40 and you live at, like, a teenage dorm. So it's fine. But I was like, okay, for sure. And then Dee Dee looked at me like,
oh my God.
I felt bad for her in that moment because I could tell she was like, oh God.
That was the reality.
No, check. And then, yeah, I think that was one of her final straws. Like, I can't associate with this man anymore. And then after that, he just let it all loose. He started calling me N-word all the time. Every time he would see me. And I said, yes, brother. Say it again.
You said, that's actually my legal name.
Yeah.
Oh, how'd you know?
So, yeah, I am, and what are you? So, that's pretty much my story. It's not a whole, like, beginning, middle, end.
It's just like...
It's just an experience I've had in recent history. Dating someone 20 years older than you, it can work. Just make sure they're not in debt and homeless.
Sorry.
And it will probably be fine.
And if also, like, because, like, some of the events we didn't talk about to, like, respect her privacy, just imagine things that happen in toxic relationships. Girl, heart to heart, because been there, done that, literally, with BB, and it sucked. I hope now you're in a better place and you don't ever let a man do that shit to you again. Yeah. Like, truly, like, on a serious, unfunny note, because him calling Karsyn a should not have been the final straw. There were things that happened before that should have been the final straw. Like, it should have never gotten to that. And that's not at you, because, girl, I've been there, done that. I'm like, I'm embarrassed of the shit I let men put me through. Like, even a year and a half, 2 years ago. But I hope you're in a better space now, because... Yeah.
And I think she is.
Thank God. Because, dude, he was whack. He took advantage of a beautiful young girl.
It got dark at the end. It got dark at the end. Tracking cars and...
No, that's scary. He was going to try and kill somebody. He had nothing to lose. And that's what's also scary. That's the scariest part. He's a man who has nothing to lose because he's already lost everything. Yeah. He was going to do some crazy ass shit. Yeah. That was even, like, it's good. It ended when it fucking did.
And then we ended up moving out. I'm glad we both moved when we did.
Right?
Yeah, that was... And that, like, I loved that apartment. It was a cute apartment in, like, a cute location. But just every time I think of it now, I'm just like, he showed up, like, a couple weeks in. You know what I'm saying?
And just
so that whole experience in that apartment, like, I associate with him.
Yeah.
And it was a lot. But, yeah, that's my story. I don't know what else to say. If he's out there, figure it out, dude. Figure it out. But anyway, now transitioning to the best story of all.
I actually feel, like, sick. Hold on. Why am I so nervous?
I'll do the disclaimer for you.
I disclaimed it at the beginning.
Oh, did we?
I
forgot.
Pounding.
Oh, yeah. If you're gonna hate,
do it in the comments.
Okay.
This was 6 years ago, 2018. Like I said, I don't regret it. I just know people are going to have mixed emotions. Some people are going to be like, yeah, that's funny. Too far? Maybe. A little funny, though. Very funny.
I think it's hilarious.
Very hilarious. Let me just get my laugh out now. We're going to call... So, story, I shit sprayed her room. Yeah, you fucking heard that right. I shit sprayed her room, and I have no regrets. I learned about shit spray actually from my white mama. Woohoo, love that. No, we found out about it from YouTube circa, like, honestly, like 2010. I remember watching fart spray pranks with my mom. We would be in tears laughing.
Oh my God.
Because these people were gagging, and we were like, there's no way this is real.
Girl.
She done ordered some fart spray. I'm about to put some people on. Fart spray is a real thing.
People on to fart spray.
Girl, when I say it smells like hot, crusty ass. No.
It's actually unreal.
You can't even imagine what it smells like. And like, no one's real poop smells like that. This is like something sinister and sick and made in a lab. Like, I don't know how did you contain the smell of fart in a bottle?
You know what I also wonder about? You know what I was talking about when I was babysitting the other day? Do you remember those jelly beans where it's like booger, vomit,
literally
skunk, bro,
it's vile.
And that game,
vile. I had those.
High school.
One
bro.
was booger.
I ate one. I bit down.
I know, you smell it before you taste it.
It was vomit, bro.
Yep, the vomit one. You smell it.
Shut up.
How do you get that smell and taste?
I remember where I was. I was sitting in a like homeroom classroom at my high school, 2017.
Stop.
I bit down on that. I ran through the hall to the trash. And it was disgusting.
Girl, no, I remember when I ate the vomit one. I remember
my God.
the smell wafting and assaulting my nose before I tasted it.
After that, I was scarred. Sorry for anyone who has a sensitive system. Like, fast forward or power
Sorry,
through.
I talk about poop, butt, vomit. I don't give a f***.
Literally, oh my God, that's what it reminds me of. To where I'm like, someone, a scientist, took their education and time and made a skunk and vomit jelly bean.
Someone sat in a lab and made fart spray.
They said, then perfect.
No, literally, fart spray. They're like not fart enough,
and they have to test it.
Not poop enough.
So they gotta spray that to another scientist. How it smell? Okay, perfect. Literally.
That is so funny. I've never thought of that.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh. But so yeah, fart spray.
Yeah.
This story. Sorry. This story is circa 2018.
Mm-hmm.
Freshman year of college. So I remember for the freshman dorms, unless you requested a specific roommate, you got someone random. Yeah. I didn't know anyone going into
It was like someone that was random but your major.
Yeah, random but your major, because you get put in the specific dorms. Mm-hmm. I was in the most ghetto of dorms.
You truly were.
They still had popcorn ceilings. I thought that shit got outlawed. Because it's like there's asbestos or... No, yeah. I'm not being stupid.
I had a popcorn ceiling at my last place.
No, I was like, we're not supposed to have
these. You're not supposed to have them anymore.
I'm telling.
I was like, do I have one? No.
I was like, what am I paying for at this prestigious school?
Right.
And our dorms were the only dorms where you didn't have to like put in a code to get in.
They were outdoor.
It was outdoors. Like people from the street could have access to our dorms. All the other ones were locked. I was like, they just want us to die here.
Yeah, you needed like your student ID to get in.
Yeah, we were the f***ing science majors and they left us out to die. Are you kidding me? And these shits haven't been updated since the 70s. Karsyn, I saw a photo of our dorms, black and white.
Oh my God, is this the exact same?
It was exactly the same.
That's hilarious.
But you want to put all your money into the other business,
Literally.
like the buildings? Because my thing is like, we're science majors. We're already suffering.
Yeah.
And then you gave us the worst possible dorms.
So we can't even suffer comfortably.
No. And you can hear everyone through the vents. If one person smokes weed, you smell it. One person coughs, you hear it. Someone's conversation, I would be in bed listening to the vent. And I'm like, what room is that coming from? Who cheated on who? What the
People left their blinds open. Do you remember that guy that used to be known for watching porn in front of the window?
What? Okay. How could I?
Sorry. But yeah, you did.
That'll have to be a story. You know what? I'm not even going to go into that right now. Stay tuned for season 2 or 3. Because, bitch, yes, we had a guy who would jack off with the blinds open. You can,
like you're sick.
No, dude, I can't. He had a kink for sure. It was like what is it called? Not voyeurism, but like exhibitionism. Yeah. He was an exhibitionist at nobody's consent.
At 18 years old. You're nasty.
He once had the Club Penguin screen open.
Please stop.
And I have to stop because I'm gonna talk. No, like you guys don't, and I can't.
I don't know.
I have witnesses. I have like 5.
I'm a witness, not to the Club Penguin, but
no, but yes, and like 5 others. So I'm like, this is too real.
Yeah.
But I digress. So roommate situation. I got someone random, and not to be racist, but I'm about to be. I was literally like, I don't want a white blonde roommate. I don't. Because you guys got to know my background too. I grew up, I've mentioned it before, like I grew up in an area where the beauty standard was white blonde. I had gone through private school like almost my whole life as an obese black girl. And like I felt ugly. People would tell me like, I'm pretty for a black girl. You're fat. Like only white blonde girls are pretty. So I was like, I cannot live with the bane of my existence who I wish I looked like. Who the is my roommate? A white blonde. I remember when I texted my dad, I sent a screenshot of her Instagram. I go, this is my roommate. He goes, oh my God.
Really?
Jeff. He was literally like, oh my God. Because I even told him.
Oh.
I did
so
not.
He knew.
I told him I did not want a white blonde roommate. He didn't know why. But if anything, it's like, I was thinking like, okay, it's going to be a sorority ass bitch, which is what it turned out to be later on too. But I was like, and I just don't vibe with that at all. Like, they're not going to like me. Like, it's going to be a whole thing. And so I meet her. I was actually very pleasantly surprised. That ended up being my best friend for at least a semester, like a semester and a half. She was the one who, because I had no friends coming in. And a shout out to you, girl, because literally, like, I appreciated this so much.
Yeah.
I didn't know anyone going in. I'm extroverted, but, like, I didn't have the confidence about how I looked at the time. So it was hard.
And freshman year of college is hard. Like, you really have to put yourself out there and be social.
Yeah, I was
to like
scared.
make friends early on.
No, it was a lot. And like I remember the day I like got to join the friend group. I was just in the room, the dorm, in the dark, bro, on my laptop. She walks in with a whole posse.
Oh God.
One of them is
okay.
So a guy who I was like, oh my God, he's so cute. And I'm just rotting in bed. And I'm like, we're going to call my roommate Alabama. I'm like, Alabama State. Why would you bring like this? Like, dude.
Yeah, but like warn me next time.
Literally.
Be like, hey, I'm about to be friends over, like, freshen up.
So embarrassing. But no, she was like, wait, you should like hang out with us, sit with us during the orientation shit, whatever. The rest is history. I ended up that was my freshman friend group, which eventually also fell apart. That's gonna be another
that's like a whole episode.
We might even have to have like Mac and Becky call in for
they should be guests.
They're gonna scream. No, like let them call in because for those friend group stories, they need to tell their side. This shit was crazy. Yeah. Like Max,
we can do a little guest
Max
moment.
X was in that friend group too.
I remember.
No,
I remember the like gossip around that.
See, it was a lot.
I remember that.
This friend group was a goddamn mess, but boy, do we got stories from it. Definitely. But again, I digress. So, like I said, I was shocked we became friends. Like we were like that was literally my bestie. To this day, I'm like, damn, how did that happen?
Yeah,
I don't know. But like I mentioned, semester 2. The friend group fell apart for multiple reasons. It was falling apart from all ends. And with that, her and I started drifting apart when she started to rush for sorority. Yeah. Because once it was sorority time, she didn't, and our friend group fell apart. I don't know how to word that. It's like I was just her roommate now. Yeah. But it was weird because it's like we never had a conversation about that. She just like slowly drifted and then would only hang out with her sorority friends and like she cared about social media and like posting and I mean I guess I get it. I've never been a sorority bitch. Like I was literally watching these girls screaming, sobbing on the side of the road because they didn't get into the sorority they wanted.
Yeah, for a lot of people it's a whole thing.
So like you do you, girlfriend, but I called it from the jump. Like I know I can't be friends with someone who's in a sorority like that and who cares about just appearances and like, because at this time I was still like obese and like all this shit. Or no. I was still overweight a little bit, not obese. I lost a little bit. No. But so with that, with the fall of our friend group and then her slowly drifting apart for her sorority friends, there was a shift with us. Like, nothing had happened. So the first thing was with her clothes. So backstory with me, I fully paid for my tuition. Well, no, like my tuition was covered by like scholarships, grants, financial aid, but what was left over was fully coming out of my pocket. I was working at school as an on-campus job. I would only take $40 from each of my paychecks.
Yeah.
It was all going to tuition. I was working full-time as a full-time student. Like, I couldn't buy anything. Like, if I did buy clothes, it was at a thrift store, literally Goodwill, and I'd get just like 3 things because I could not afford it. So because of that, and this is something I genuinely appreciated at the time too, she was like, girl, you can literally wear my clothes. She was like, don't even worry about it. She was like, you can borrow them whenever. But I would ask her, and I have text receipts, we'll put everything in there. It came to a point where I remember we had, like, over text, I would always be like, hey, can I borrow this specific thing? I'll bring it back today. Or like, every single time. And she'd be like, yeah, that's fine. And then I remember we had an in-person verbal conversation, another receipt of a Snapchat of me referencing that conversation too. Of me in person, I was like, I'm sorry if I'm being really annoying for texting you every time I'm borrowing something. And she literally said, don't worry about it. Like, you don't need to keep texting me every time. Okay? So let's remember that. Okay? So then, and oh my gosh, let me see. So so this is early March 2019. Yeah, early March 2019. Let me find this. So we're texting like normal March 3rd, March 4th, March 5th, 9th. Like, she's already drifted at this point, but we're still like, when she's in the room, we're friends, but we don't really hang out outside anymore. We don't at all. I'm over here like, I miss my friend. Like, I can tell a drift happened. But we're still all texting normal all up until the 15th. Let me pull up one other screenshot because Jacket Gate, as we'll explain it in a second. Let me see the date that Jacket Gate was.
Jacket Gate.
Okay, so Jacket Gate was March 10th. And I'll get to that. So let me go on Jacket Gate first.
Sure.
So, Jacket Gate, as she coined it, so funny.
I did. Yesterday.
I borrowed a white fluffy jacket of hers to wear to a frat party. I even say, also, can I wear your white jacket tomorrow? Please, please, it goes with my outfit. She goes, she responded to one text and said, like, it's Kennedy. I don't know what the hell we were talking about. And she goes, and and I said, thank you, Mom. Like, it's not my mom.
Do
it's
you
her.
still have the photo of you wearing the jacket?
I think so. So she confirms that it was okay for me to wear this white jacket. But then the night that I went to a frat party, and it was for like an hour, I remember with like Nadine and everything. I don't know if you were there. I can't remember, but we were not there for that long. I post a picture of me on Snapchat of me in the outfit. Well, I don't think I have anything to hide. She swipes up on, this is Snapchat. And she's like, you're wearing my white jacket? And again, I literally asked her if I could wear it. And she said, and yeah. Okay. So she's like, you're wearing my white jacket? She was literally like, she was pissed because she was like, that's at a frat party? Like, that's disgusting. And I was over here like, I thought I asked. And then she goes, and can you ask in general, please? You stopped asking altogether.
But I just asked.
And I even said like, oh my gosh, like, I'm sorry. I didn't know it would upset you. Because again, like girl, what is happening?
Yeah.
And I said, I didn't drink on it or anything for the record. I was like, we were there for less than an hour. It doesn't excuse it, but I'm sorry. I stopped asking and I shouldn't have. Me gaslighting myself. Because literally, wait a second. No, because she was so mean. She goes, that's not the point. You know how dirty frat parties are, and that's not a jacket I want at one. Just please ask from now on. I literally say, I understand. I was under the impression I didn't have to ask anymore because once I made a comment about being annoying for texting you all the time, and there's a typo. It says like, and conforming. I don't know what that was supposed to say. And you said it was okay. I feel like I'm very sorry for the miscommunication. I didn't mean to upset you. Like, I won't borrow anything from now on. Da 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 da. And then I said, yeah, so skip that. Then she goes, this is when you know she's on some BS, because she goes, well, that was with my sweatshirts, not my actual nice clothes. There are certain things that I care about and I don't lend them out to people. But now you're telling me that. You told me before you're changing the rules now and you want to be pissed about it because our friend group has drifted apart.
Yeah.
Like, what is happening? And then she also goes, it's been like every single day and I have to do double the laundry.
Hey, girl, I'm not wearing your clothes every day.
No, I'm not. And she goes, and sometimes you wear the things that I've been planning on wearing that day. Okay, you never communicated this to me. I didn't. Yeah. Because she's the type of person, our old friend group will attest to this too. She would much rather let a friendship die than ever confront about anything, even if it's the littlest thing. She'll just move on and she doesn't want to be your friend anymore, or she'll let something build up to the point where she just doesn't like you anymore. Okay. That's what she does. And I've seen her do it, and she even told me that's what she does. Skip. And then she goes, also not mad, by the way. I just thought I'd let you know. She was mad.
Yeah.
This is March 10th. So now go back to the text.
Uh-huh.
We're still texting like normal on March 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th. We're fine.
Yeah.
The 15th. Where are my Tupperware? I go, I haven't used them since first semester. She goes, yes, you have. You use them every day and I haven't used them since. Do you know where they might be? I go, again, I haven't touched them since first semester during finals week. So the memory you have of me using them every day now is false. Yeah. I don't pack food anymore. I said, I checked, and I even tell her, I went and checked. I don't see them anywhere. She goes, okay, thanks, LMAO. I haven't used them since first semester when you were using them, which is why I asked. And when I said every day, I was meaning first semester since they've been MIA since you've used them.
Jesus.
And mind you, nothing has happened between the 10th and the 15th.
Yeah.
She just wants to not be my friend anymore.
Yeah.
And she's finding shit to be mad about.
I agree with that.
This makes no sense. And then skip. Dude, even on... See, this is what's so weird. Now on March 26th, 11 days later, she's texting me back nicely. Yeah, no prob. Just let me know when I can come back. KK sounds good. Thank you for asking. She keeps flip-flopping.
Yeah, she doesn't know what she wants to do. Maybe, I don't know.
I don't know either. And then we're even talking about Christmas decorations that same day. So now, March 29th hits. And, oh, this is the headband. So I'm in line at Starbucks.
Okay.
She sees me, comes up to me, and she goes, you stole my headband.
Yeah, which is insane in public.
I'm sitting here I did what? She goes, that headband? She's like, you stole it and it's mine. And I'm literally sitting here it's a floral headband. Even, I'll take pictures. I still have them to this day.
Really?
I will take a picture of the floral headbands, and I know I have photos of me in them too. Yeah. Again, gaslighting me. She's literally that is mine. And now I'm over here okay, was it yours and it got mixed up with my stuff because we're always sharing.
Right.
Now I'm over here
I don't know.
No, because literally you're getting in my head and screaming at me in a Starbucks line. And let me just say,
were people watching you guys?
As a black woman, this is humiliating because I have a white blonde woman screaming at me in public, accusing me of theft when I'm already embarrassed about being black.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was literally that shit gets me emotional because that shit's embarrassing. When I didn't.
And it's just not the way you should go about it. If you think I took something instead of just accusing me of stealing in public, it's text me about it. Next time we're both in the room, be like, hey, I noticed the other day, you wore this headband. Did you know that was mine? I was looking for it the other day or whatever.
Oh my god.
There's a different way to go about it.
No, and I literally text her and I said, hey, I just wanted to say I'm so sorry. It seems like you don't believe me, but that headband has been in my drawer for a while and I genuinely didn't realize it was yours. Me gaslighting myself because, again, it wasn't her headband.
Dude, oh, really?
No, that's what I'm saying. These headbands, I have multiple pictures. I even still have them. And I'm dude, oh my god,
that's wild.
No, I'm I literally can't. I said, I found it in my sock drawer yesterday after laundry, and I just thought it was an old headband I had lost. I'm sorry if I made a scene in Starbucks. I just didn't want you to think I took something without asking again, and it was stressful since we were in public. I respect your side of the room and your stuff, and I promise I haven't touched any of your stuff since we last talked about it. And Jacket Gate was the last time we talked about it.
Yeah.
And I was like, and I didn't mean to disrespect you, da-da-da-da. She goes, I just don't understand how you could confuse it if something belonged to you, because I would think you would remember buying it and owning it. I literally wore that during spring break, so I don't know how it got in your stuff in the first place. It's whatever now. Like, it happened. Just please respect my property, and if you do borrow something, ask and thank you.
So sass.
Why would I borrow your shit after Jacket Gate? I didn't touch any of your shit after Jacket Gate.
Yeah, like, now I'm afraid.
So, no, like, please think about that logically.
Yeah.
Please. And
especially, like, okay, now I'm really scarred because you're going to come at me like that over a headband. Okay, I'm never touching your stuff again. Like, that's crazy.
And this was, like, a few weeks after Jacket Gate. I'm like, I'm literally, oh my gosh, I can't. Then, okay, this is something I think people will have mixed feelings on, and I, to this day, am embarrassed about, but I'm like, I have to talk about it. No, me blacking out, and so.
But, you know, we're 19 at the
May
time.
5th. And mind you, this is all from Alabama, because I literally don't remember this at all.
Okay.
She tells me I was blacked out, and she even says in the text, she was like, I don't even know if you remember this.
Uh-huh.
I guess I came home drunk, blacked out. I went through her snack drawer, and I was sitting there eating her expired stale crackers. Her words, not mine. Like, her expired.
Which just would have been funny to see.
She lost her shit over it.
Yeah.
So again, I don't know this happened. Next morning comes, I say bye to her when she goes to class. She slams the door behind her.
Yeah.
I text her, hey, what was that? I said bye. She goes, just stay out of my shit, okay, man? I'm tired of this. I don't want to have to say it again. I literally have no idea what she's talking about.
Yeah.
I had to, like, call her because there's no text in between that and then me saying,
my God.
You have no idea how embarrassed I am. I definitely blacked out at one point last night. I'm so sorry, but I left something on your desk for you. I bought her 3 new snacks.
Mm-hmm.
She went and put them back on my bed, and she basically was like, it's the principal.
Yeah.
It's the principal. And she goes, I woke up to you rummaging through my shit like they're your own, which is not okay. We explicitly talked about this before, and it's super messed up that you would do something like that. Okay, here's my thing. It's super messed up you would do something like that. I don't even remember this. And it was your old crackers you were going to throw away.
Yeah.
And I bought you 3 new ones. And I literally said to you today, I was like, did this even happen? Because I don't remember. She's telling me, I'm like, she already wanted to hate me.
And being devil's advocate for a second, I get the whole, like, okay, you're eating my stuff, like, that's annoying. Even if it's stale, I get that. But it's like, she didn't have to go about it like that. Like, it was a lot the way she went about it.
That's why I'm like, she was fishing for the friendship to end already at this point. Because I'm like, dude, I would not be pissed if I woke up to you eating my old crackers. Like, I'm literally, like you said, I think I would be like, what the f***? And dude, if I was blacked out, which I was, I'm clearly, I should clearly be in a state of not being there. You know what I'm just like, and I tried to fix it. Mm-hmm. And she didn't even want to take the snacks. Like, girl, at least take the free snacks. What's wrong? Because she's the pettiest person I've ever met.
Really?
She once told me we went to go and buy batteries for one of our friends' vibrators because she literally was like, my vibrator died. I need more batteries. She literally told me I'm not allowed to masturbate because we share a room. She was like, even if I'm not there, you're not allowed to.
Which is so wild.
She wouldn't want to talk about sex either. She's a prude. Like, it's weird. I can't. But so, that's the backstory. So, with all this, I was like done with basically being bullied. May 10th, I text her, hey, next time can you turn off your hair curler? I burned myself on it. She goes, my bad. Girl, you literally did that shit on purpose. So I'm pretty sure that was kind of like the final straw. I feel like there's more shit in there that I'm missing. It was 6 years ago.
Okay.
But so I decide to shit spray her room because I'm pissed.
Yeah. So how did you come across this decision? Like, what were you doing when you were like, okay, like, so I'm gonna shit spray her room?
When I found out, that she told her whole friend group and lied about Jacketgate.
Yeah. That's fair.
And I was done. I had a whole group of girls gossiping and shit talking about me. And it's embarrassing because it's like, I'm broke. I don't have money for clothes. And you were letting me wear your shit as a friend. And now you want to tell people I've been stealing your shit.
And just saying, like, because obviously we went to the same school. I remember as being someone on the outside, like, I remember the gossip about Jacketgate.
Bro,
like it went around.
Dude, over a jacket she said I could wear.
Like, I remember somebody, like, being like, oh my god, did you hear about the Kiara and, like, Alabama drama?
Yeah, like, your clean jacket that I wore for an hour.
Literally.
No, that's what I'm saying. She just wanted to be drama and just not be my friend anymore. Mm-hmm. No, so I have a whole, and that sucked too. It's like these girls who I wish I looked like, I wish I could be in their friend group. They're shit talking me over lies.
Yeah.
Which is just, because I know she didn't tell her friends any of this. Like,
no.
This is why I don't delete anything, baby girl. So I decided to shit spray her room because I was like, I've had enough. So I hunker down. I'm spraying everything. I'm going to be so honest with you. Pillowcases, her bed, her backpack. No, when I quite literally say all her shit, I mean it.
Her bathroom
towel. Because I was like, well, she'll walk around campus and stank.
No, that's why I'm like, that's so messed up.
I was spraying her clothes, bro. She had some bathing suits. I was spraying everything. Now, mind you, at the same time, it's finals week.
Yeah.
Bitches be buying Adderall. Sidebar. Yes, I was doing that shit, but it's okay because now I know I have ADHD.
Let me start from there.
Yeah.
I was buying a substance.
From me.
Yeah. So, I was like, oh my god, I have a psych final tomorrow. Like, I have to stay up all night, but I fall asleep at 9 p.m. Like, what am I gonna do? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, you're like, oh, you can buy this. I was like, okay. So, I did. So, you're like, okay, come meet me up in my room. This finals at like 7 p.m. I come up to your shitty dorm, and you open the door. It was actually a scene burned in my memory. You were, like, looking at me, like
I
that.
Was sinister.
Like, opening the door, like, I immediately get a woof. It's straight shit.
No, it's bad.
Literally.
It's bad.
It was so bad. And this is where, like, you told me, like, days ago. Like, oh, I think I'm gonna shit spray her room. in my head, I was like, that's all talk. Like, she's not actually gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, hee hee hoo hoo, like, that's funny. When you opened the door, and I was like, I remember thinking, I was like, oh my god, she really did it.
I know, you thought I was crazy.
I was like, jeez.
I don't think I'm crazy, though. I just think I was immature.
It was bold.
It was bold, immature, and I had access to fart spray.
Yeah.
As an 18-year-old.
No, it was so... I was just shook because I was like, this is the boldest thing I've seen anyone
Bro,
ever do.
was spraying that shit on her chonies.
You sprayed poop on all of her belongings. Like, that's insane.
Bitch, stop bullying me then. Like, bro. Bro, you're lying. I have all the screenshots.
Yeah.
And I'm an open book. I just admitted things I'm embarrassed about.
Yeah.
Like, who's the fucking liar?
Right.
I'm so dead ass. Who's the liar?
I'm dead.
I can't.
No, but anyway, going off of, so I bought it from you. I gagged. And then just a little side spin-off story. It's really short. I didn't know what time you were supposed to take, what I bought. I took it at like 9 p.m. And I pulled an all-nighter and I failed my final. So that's how that went for me. I couldn't fall asleep. I couldn't. I was on my little lifted loft bed staring at the ceiling all night.
Yeah, rookie mistake.
So
with that too, she smelt that. So she's a witness to how rank that was. It was
rank. No, I couldn't even go in the room.
No, it was so bad too. I remember even when I was going through spraying her shit, I accidentally spilled some on my hand. I almost threw up, and I had to go, like,
it's
bleach
really
my hands.
bad.
No, but with that, so we both can attest to that smell.
Yeah.
This is the kicker that you guys are not going to anticipate. Miss Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
She never once reacted to the smell. No, because think about this. This smell is so insane that even you opening the door, she should have even just had a nose.
I gagged. I wasn't even in the room. How did you live in there?
I don't think I stayed. No,
did you not?
I had a vendetta.
Because
I'm
like, that's wild.
I had a vendetta.
You have such a strong vendetta. Like, you're making yourself suffer for the principal.
No, I told Karsyn after that, I think I could be in the military.
Yeah.
No, dead ass. I think I have the mental willpower. I sat in that bitch waiting. Musty. Waiting.
I know, and it wasn't even like you sprayed it once.
It was
every couple days you would do a touch
I was doing this for weeks.
You were doing a touch up.
She was never reacting to it. Bitch, I remember I freshly sprayed it on her pillow. Mm-hmm. She came in 5 minutes later, went straight to bed.
Do you think she like doesn't have a good sense of smell?
No, Karsyn, don't try to play devil's advocate.
No. Because how is that possible?
No, because hold on. I'll even throw in screenshots of Amazon reviews. People are over here like, you don't understand how vile this is.
It's
horrible.
She wasn't
reacting. Dude, I sprayed it on her backpack every fucking day.
My God.
How are you not? Like, so you're just stinky then?
But it's like no one said anything. Like,
no,
oh God,
girl, you got some fake ass friends then. I'll tell you that right. There's no fucking way nobody smelled that. You know what that smelled like.
I do.
I know what that smelled like. Look at all these Amazon reviews. No, dude, people are literally like, it smelled like hot, sweltering ass.
It was horrible.
No, like, bro, this smell is ridiculous. So now I'm over here wondering, girl, Miss Alabama State, do you stank?
Yeah.
Because that makes no sense.
Stop.
Like, so are you used to a stench like that? It was on her pillow. What?
I know. I'm just like, how is that possible?
On her towels. I would spray throughout the day, bro. I was dedicated. And I never even saw her once, like, have a nose twitch or be like...
Yeah.
That makes no sense.
That is so wild.
So, yeah, maybe I'm crazy to some people. Bitch, you stink then. Because what the And I don't regret it. Why are you spreading lies? Why are you spreading lies? And also, all your friends just following that? Okay.
Yeah.
Like, girl, I can't.
It was blown out of proportion.
100%. The pettiest bitch I've ever met in my life. And I'll die on that.
Wow.
When this gets back to her, I think she's gonna, like, literally send me death threats or something.
Yeah,
I don't really care.
Maybe.
6 years later, bitch. Don't with the black bitch then, I guess. Don't with me.
Or else she'll shit spray your room.
Don't the black girl. She's gonna shit spray your room.
Yeah.
Over and over and no, and even the kicker, sorry, my final kicker, I just remembered. When she was packing to go home, we were moving out. I even shit sprayed the inside of her luggage. All her packed luggage and shit. She took that shit spray home. And you still didn't smell it?
You were doing it. That's so funny. It started in March. And you really had this vendetta going until the end of the school year.
Well, the shit spray was like May through the end of the school year, but yes.
That's so funny.
Yeah, that... I don't know what to tell you. What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do? Is it controversial or is Kiara in the right?
I think that that's not something I would do today, but I don't regret it. I really don't. Because when I sat here, I didn't remember all these texts. I sat here today and I was like, why was she texting me like that?
Yeah.
No, and you see how nice and like
it was a lot.
Understanding I'm trying to be.
Yeah.
No, she was fucking mean. And you got shit sprayed because of it. Sorry. Or sorry, not sorry. I'm
gotcha.
Gotcha. But I wonder, her friend group is probably gonna be like, oh my fucking God.
Yeah, because it's genuinely wild.
No, this hands down is the wildest shit I've ever done. 6
like
years
something
ago.
that sounds so fake, but you really did that.
And you picked up Adderall in the middle of it. Like, this sounds, we can't make this shit up. But yeah, this is the fucking finale of season 1 of Thought Shit. That's where we left it off on.
That's insane. Let us know what you think about Kiara's decision making down below.
I'm sorry.
Again, we'll pop it one more time. This is when we're coming back for season 2. Bigger and better. Okay. So follow us on socials at Thought Shit Podcast on everything. Like, comment, subscribe, rate us on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, 5 stars only. And we will see you in a couple months.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, bye.